Hello, my loves. Good evening. Hi, Nana Nikki. How are you doing, love? Hi, Salasia. I was a teeny bit late, about 5 minutes late, but Cass needed his walk, and I had a little bit of a busy afternoon. All righty, let's share. See, there's some updates on the account, on the way things are looking, and that's okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, hello. How are you, Helena? Not too good. Oh no. What can I do to help you? How can I support you? How can I support you, Nana? I'm glad that you're okay, love. Hello, hello. Mwah. Oh no, I can't remember which one I left off on. Okay, I know I did Spencer. Oh, there we go. I think that's the lady. It's so weird. I kind of wish that once you added somebody that they would just remove it from your ability to share to them. That would be handy. Just getting worse. What's getting worse, love? Hello, hello. What's getting worse, Nana? What's getting worse? What's getting worse? How can we support? We've got a beautiful supportive environment here. So let's see. Ah. Oh. The spine and muscle spasms. So did we want to do some healing today instead of doing cards, or did we want to do a little bit of combo about both? I on my YouTube channel, I have a cord cutting ceremony. I also have the cord cutting ceremony in the Divine Feminine Healing Collective, which is a group that I have on Facebook, and you can find the link to that group on my webpage as well. Or you could even connect with me and see what we can do to look at, examine where the energy is. You know what? There were times when I would have easily paid $300 to get rid of the connection that I had to my ex that was holding me back. I definitely would have paid that kind of money for it for sure. So there's lots of options there. You can either, participate in that cord cutting ceremony that I have on YouTube. It's a meditation that walks you through it. And that may help, right? But what is it that keeps you tied to it? What is it that, share the link. If you go to my profile, in my profile is the link to my webpage, and all of my social media links are on there, including YouTube, and also the Divine Feminine Healing Collective. That's on Facebook. That's my female group. And then I have the Divine Masculine group. Good morning. Well, maybe good morning. Hello, Julie. How are you, love? Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, and you can look at my website. So the biggest thing that I do is healing. Hi, Guy. How are you tonight? The biggest thing that I do is healing. And sometimes the reason that we keep trapped, right, is I got over 1,000 roses and I was on until just after 10. But yeah, those sessions that I have on there, the energy healing sessions, like it's Canadian is where I am. So it would be Canadian currency. So if you're in the US or UK, it's even cheaper for you. But those sessions, in one session, you could eradicate some pain, you could eradicate trauma, you could do all kinds of stuff like that. They work on the energy bodies, on the 4 energy bodies. So it works across all of those levels. And what it does is it examines either the pain or the stuck emotion or the limiting belief or the blockage that's there. And it sees when we move that blockage, what's behind it, because there's typically something that's behind the blockage or the pain. That is what we need to work through. And then we work through that on an energetic level, and then we clear it. So you can get really, really profound effects in one session. Sometimes you might need 2 sessions, but it's typically one session that can have this really, really profound effect on whether that's trauma, addictions, pain, stuff like that. So why is there stuck emotion? Because when we're going through our experiences, oftentimes we don't allow ourselves to sit and feel the emotion and experience what we're having, or we're at a young enough age, we don't even understand the emotion that we're experiencing. So a toddler, let's say, who gets abused by their parents, they're not going to understand that. That's a concept that they're not going to understand. And because it's the caregiver, oftentimes there's no soothing following that either. So then they're left with the inability to soothe because they're too young to soothe themselves. So they don't process the emotion. So they store it in their body. Well, you think if you're a toddler storing it in your body and you leave it there, hi, Nova, thank you. And you leave it for 20, 30 years, that's a potential for a whole host of things. And I talk about it numerous times about how when we're going through these experiences as a child, right, we get that level of cortisol that starts getting pumped into our body on a regular basis because we start living in fight or flight mode, right? So in my experience, in my healing journey, I don't have those emotions come back because I've healed them. So oftentimes we don't get to the root cause. We alleviate it. So we get a little bit of a bandage, right? And and that's why I talk about how you can't heal, like you can't force other people, or you can't, like, let's say your child's struggling and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to see them struggle. So you go and help them. So you help them in that moment, and that just prolongs things because it builds a little bridge across it, but it's not enough to actually help the healing underneath of it. Right? Oh, you are so most certainly you're good enough. You're most certainly good enough. Every single one of us is. And that's a core wound that we experience. And if that's the wound that's underneath of it, like Guy, I honestly think that, any one of you, if you signed up and you did just one energy session with me, that you would see such radical change. Helena experienced that. And I mean, with her, we did 2 sessions. And even with Melinda, who I don't think's here because my likes are really small. So I'm going to assume that Melinda's not in the chat. Because Melinda's a rapidy tap, tap, tapper. So Melinda experienced as well. And if Helena wants to, I can always bring Helena on and she can tell you about her experience in using my energy healing. So it works on all the energy bodies, and it clears it. Even if it's a soul contract. Yeah, I remember. I definitely remember. I remember that experience very much. Hey, Kaylee, how are you? How are you? Yeah, I'll check and if Helena wants to come on. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Helena's like, I'll come on. I'll come out. Yeah, it definitely did. And sometimes that's what happens. We have experiences and that's why I say sometimes it's one session, sometimes it's a couple sessions, because, in Guy's case, connecting with his mom and having her come through and say, that she was sorry, that she felt like she was a burden. When we went through that, that can sometimes open up another layer of healing that needs to happen. So when I do the energy healing, the quantum healing, sometimes I do caution people that it could open up a little bit of stuff underneath, but that could just mean that you need a second session. And for Helena, who I'm going to bring on so she can talk about her experience. Thank you, Valerie. Love you. Hello, love. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you?
Oh, come on, boys.
Bringing the boys out. And Cass is out. I leave my door open so he can just free roam in and out, and then block the belt, the thing, so he's stuck on.
No, we don't want the bugs in the house.
Yeah, I don't either, but we just deal with it. So Helena and I went on a journey together, and for those that didn't know Helena before, I knew Helena before we did our journey, and then after we did our journey, and there's such a profound change in her energy, and I think, you can speak more about that. And
Tanya definitely came into my life in the middle of my journey. Me trying to figure out me and heal from my trauma.
Yeah.
With a lot of medical stuff that was, being flared up by all the stress related to it. Yeah. Definitely a different way of thinking, viewing things, a whole lot.
Yeah, I think the way you feel towards yourself, right? Like, I think the way you feel towards yourself has been a great shift, right? How you see yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah.
Each session is about an hour. It can sometimes go a little bit longer, but typically it's 1 hour. And in that session, we work through whatever's coming up. Okay. And it's very supportive.
Yeah, when I going into the sessions, it wasn't even with the quantum healing or anything. It wasn't anything geared towards anything in particular, other than what are you feeling right now? Boom, that was it. Like, It was just totally just listen to your guides. They can tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's the shifts that I've seen in the people that I've done the quantum healing with. I love that Helena's here and willing to share her story. And I've worked with other people with it, and same experiences with them. Like Melinda.
I have a pretty significant trauma history too.
Yeah, and
so I've from childhood, pretty much birth to last year.
Yeah. And that listening to what you're writing, Guy, like that creates a lot of abandonment wounds for sure.
Absolutely.
And it wouldn't take long to work through them using the quantum healing, whether it would take 1 or 2 sessions. You'd see a big, profound shift through them. Mm-hmm. And Helena, she's saying, how are you managing now?
I am managing fantastically. I've got people that have known me for years tell me that this is the happiest they've ever seen me. I'm like situations like, all right, I'll admit I'm a road rager. Okay, don't get in my way, or I'm gonna be on that horn. I'm gonna be up your ass. But even like now, like I kind of still do it, but I'm not like. I'm like, let's go. I just want to move. Like it's such in viewing a lot of different things in life and just trusting.
Yeah, it does. The trauma doesn't go away until we actually deal with it and we get to that root cause and remove that. So it's definitely. For me, mine ended up coming to a crash when I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And there's so many studies out there that talk about how, having childhood trauma and living in chronic stress, how that puts you at a significant increase of an autoimmune disorder. And I mean, there is talk about between our food and our activity, like how much we're active within our life, and our traumas, like that's it. Like any of those, when those are out, that's your there you go. There's your autoimmune disorder, or there's your cancer, or there's your whatever, your chronic pain, right? We end up with a lot of chronic pain. Hello, beautiful. Hello, boo-boo. He's adorable. Hi, baby. Oh, he's resting his chin there.
Of course, I really gotta follow on to,
Right. Nice.
Yeah, so I've gone through a whole ton, and I've come crashing down a couple of times, a lot when I was younger, because I was living in it. But a couple of times, especially towards the end of relationships, where like that abandonment, that I'm not worthy, all of that stuff. But now I don't have those same feelings. Like, even just talking about it, the feelings that I would get before don't even like come out today. And last year was my biggest crash. I have autoimmunes, lupus, RA, Sjogren's. I ended up having long COVID and was in a domestic violence relationship, and everything came crashing. And here I am today, a year later.
And
just gotta put the
work in. Put the work in, right? And and that's hard growing up with parents that are ill, right? And like I said,
my dad was ill. He was an addict.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My mom was ill because of her trauma.
Yeah. But I started out doing the traditional stuff of going to see a counselor and taking medications, but I wasn't healing. It was basically just bandaging the situation so that I could function a little better, but I wasn't actually getting to the root cause and healing and moving and being able to move beyond it. Once I went through the healing journey that I went on, I actually healed it, and I take no medications, and I have no symptoms of anything, and been cleared by my neurologist for my MS now. Mm-hmm.
I'm working towards all of that.
But she's got a good connection.
Yes, last year I was on 15 milligrams of Valium a day.
Yeah.
And I have significantly decreased the anxiety down to just needing it at night.
Yeah. Like just profound, like just absolutely amazing, right? And Helena put the work in, right? We didn't do just straight up quantum. So I have two different tracks that I use, and I like to talk about, like, I have the slow track, which is the 6 sessions, and it's a bit more methodical, and it has a bit of quantum in it. And then there's the quantum track, which is like 12 sessions, and we're just blasting through everything, every stuck emotion, every limiting belief, all of that. You get 12 sessions of quantum. And so that's a little bit more of a radical process, but I also offer them in individual sessions of either quantum healing or the trauma stuff that helps to get through it. But like the changes in Helena, like in her energy, she's just a big source of light now. She's like a big kid. She's just bubbling with energy, and it's just amazing.
I mean, I still feel all the emotions and stuff like that, but the reactions to the different emotions that used to be more triggering are just that.
Yeah, you just experience them as emotions.
It's easier to just sit with it, acknowledge it, and just, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. Which is exactly how it should be. We're not teaching you to ignore your emotions, because then we get back into the same situation that we're in. The whole experience is to acknowledge the emotions and move through them. Just allow them to be without reacting, right? Responding as opposed to reacting. And that's having that healthier nervous system regulation, right? Which is big. It's really big. Hello, Ashley. How are you, love?
Yes. Emotional strength is definitely needed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and it will. Like, it's kind of like, I talk about how, whether you believe in God, universe, a source, a higher power of some sort, or, just, the way that life goes, it's like you get that little nudge. Hey, you need to heal. 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 And then they knock you flat on your back, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll heal now. But why didn't you tell me with a little, like, why didn't you just give me a shove? Like, we did. Right, we did. So, yeah, right, yeah. Well, you know, on my website, just honestly connect on my website, and there's a free call that's available there if you're unsure of anything, or you can look at booking one session, and we'll see what we don't move through in just one session, and maybe that's all you'll need. All you'll need to get to a spot where you're like, okay, I can deal with this and move on and continue with counseling or something like that. Oh, Nana. Sending you guys a lot of love. I know, I was there, right? I was there. I had so much, right? And you know, people don't know your story. They don't look at you and think, you know, oh, you've had, you know, a lot of trauma or anything like that. But, you know, I talk about how my mom was an abused woman, so I was traumatized while I was in her womb, like while I was in the womb. And I had a traumatic birth. My first physical assault was at 6 months. You know, I was sexually assaulted under 2 and on, and those things didn't change. And you know, like throughout the course of my childhood, it continued to happen. Look at that meal. You know, I had also
chicken lasagna.
chicken lasagna, nice. I also had I've been kidnapped twice. I've been homeless before. I've had many traumatic experiences. Yeah, definitely. But you want to get to the root cause of it as well, right? That in process through it, understand what that core wound, where it came from, and how to navigate beyond it so that it's not keeping you stuck. Or, you know, and sometimes, and for positivity, what's your name, love? It'd be easier to call you that. Positivity, peace, prosperity. So PPP, the triple P's.
There ain't nothing wrong with calling it positivity.
No,
Positivity
positivity.
up there every time you say it.
Neelam.
Positivity,
Hi,
positivity, positivity.
Neelam. Yeah, I like your name. Neelam's nice. So, I feel like that's the tie to your ex, is that there's a chemical tie, right? When we get addicted to the emotions that we're experiencing. Hello, Mr. Riley.
Hello, Mr. Riley. How you
Aw,
doing?
no way. We can get rid of that Guy for sure. Um, Assad, Assad. Um,
That is
So yeah, Neelam, we'll keep seeking out those same experiences, or if we have anxious attachment disorder, we'll keep tied to that person because that's where our sense of love is. Because we don't inherently love ourselves, we fill up our cup with the people that are like the partners that we have. So oftentimes we'll stay and we can get very addicted to the situation or addicted to the person is what it really feels like. Yeah. So we just want to stay tied to that situation or that person, and that's why we have a hard time letting go, right? And you know,
loving the toxicity.
yeah, pour that love into yourself. That'll help you get past it. That'll help for sure. Yeah.
Hold yourself as a child.
Yes.
And just tell yourself, you're okay. You're good.
You're good.
Don't need to worry no more. You're good.
Been okay. Been okay. Been okay.
I'm
Aw, I
good,
love
good.
you. I love you. So yeah, it's a lot, but I can tell you, I would much rather have done the work and be where I am now than to have never done the work. I would probably, when I was last, you
You
know,
were so right about that.
when I was going through my, you know, when I got diagnosed with MS, I was at the point where they were like, you need to consider a wheelchair because you're unstable on your feet, so much so that even with a walker, you're a fall risk. And so they really were pushing for me to step into a wheelchair. And I was like, no, I am not going in a wheelchair. I am not. And I fought and decided to take my health back. And, you know, a lot of it can be done with, you know, you have to look at your nutrition. Like, what is your nutrition like? What is your, you know, is what you are ingesting is beyond just, you know, your nutrition too. It's what are you ingesting on TV? What are you on social media? What are your thoughts like? Like, there's so much more than just what am I feeding myself with my food, but you really have to take control of the diet as well, right? We eat a lot of processed foods, or we eat a lot of like fast food, deep fried food.
If you have an autoimmune, any processed foods, anything like that
Hello,
is going
Ricky.
to do nothing but make your condition worse because it does nothing but inflame everything in your body.
Yeah, and not eating a lot can be also dangerous as well. Sometimes we get like
It
that
is
if we're
dangerous.
dealing with a lot of
I like it
anxiety.
all the time, though.
Mhm.
I don't eat a lot. I haven't been able to eat like normal humans since I had COVID the first time.
When we have anxiety and we're in fight or flight mode, it actually decreases our saliva production and our peristalsis. So the movement in our digestive tract slows down too. So oftentimes people, when you see people where they get stressed and they immediately lose a lot of weight, that's because they can't eat, because they're just like, I'm not producing saliva. I'm in fight or flight. I can't. Right.
Oh, Julie, look at me. You get rid of triggers by figuring out why. What is the root of the trigger? And that can go away with the quantum healing.
It definitely can.
Let me tell you, my anger's gone. What the fuck?
One thing I would say is don't watch those shows that trigger you either. Right. And it's, because why are you consuming something that's throwing you into fight or flight? That's actually like, I stopped watching anything scary.
I stopped watching a lot of different shows for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I've recently started watching some of them again, just because they were on. That's what my roommates were watching or whatever, but they're not triggering anymore. Yep. It's just there.
Just for a little while though, like I took everything out. I stopped watching TV. I stopped going on social media.
Video games again. Mm-hmm. Yep. I've got people harassing me to play with them, and I didn't play for a hot minute. And I just started playing it again.
Oh, Ricky's still on his. I just came in to say bye. I don't understand and don't know how to talk. So bye, guys. Love you all, but I just can't get it or understand.
You got to be in that space, Ricky. You got to want to be in it. And if you don't want to be in it and you're so stuck and don't want to put through the work, then it ain't going to happen. And with the way you're talking right there, you're setting yourself up to not get it. Mm-hmm. If you say you can't, you can't.
Yep.
If you say you can, you can.
You should book a session with me, Nana Nikki, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, you should definitely do it, Nana. You won't regret it. No. Seriously.
Yeah, it's, I wish Melinda was on. And so I could get her to share as well. Because there's so much. She does radiate happiness, doesn't she?
Thank you. Thank you, Julie.
She's like a sunbeam.
See, right? Just think of me right now. Just looking at my beautiful face. I'm going to get you out of here, Trigger.
Right?
What do you smell around you?
Yeah.
What do you see other than the TV?
Feel your body. Focus on your breath.
Thank you. I am.
Yep.
It's who I was meant to be.
Hi, Selena.
Just there now. Yeah, what's
Ricky, you can't. You went from. Did you leave TikTok and go, or are you on TikTok and YouTube? Hi, Canadian Premium.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you feel better. That's why we're here. We're in that awesome collective to help each other out.
No, I have on my website. It takes all forms of pay. It takes credit card. It takes debit card, and for those that are connected to me, I can also do Interact transfers to my email address, like e-transfers. Or EMTs, as my one friend likes to call it, but that always makes me think of something else. But Ricky, he went from here over to here to say, I just screw things up. So I don't know if you're on both, but to go from negative here to negative there.
Ricky.
Oh, I love you,
Nana. when you book that session, you won't regret it. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where are you located, Nana? Or Nikki? I'm Nana Nikki, but Nikki, where are you located? Hi, Sherry Yolanda. Hi, Sherry. Michigan. Okay. Not too far. I don't know. I was going to say not too far from Helena. And then I was like, actually, I don't know. Michigan, you're closer to me.
Closer to you than me.
Yeah, you're closer to me. But you're in the States and I'm in Canada. So, and that's the other thing to remember too, is if tomorrow we're going to do quantum healing tomorrow. Quantum healing tomorrow. Silesia. I'm so excited about it.
Nice. I'm so happy for Silesia. She's going to love it after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're going to be like, what the? Hit me. But you're going to feel so different. It's going to be great.
What did we do? What did you do for your day, Helena?
Finished cleaning the couch and looking for internships. Made a few calls. And I hate cover letters. Can I just tell you, I hate writing cover letters.
Fair enough. I get that. Oh, we got more messages from.
Yeah, you getting ready up? I'm rolling.
All right. Love you.
All right. I'm going to peace out of here because I'm going to go hang with the roommates. We're going to go have a fire in the backyard.
You have fun. Oh, Silesia loves cover letters and resumes. Maybe there's your hookup. She'll write your cover letters for you.
Oh, you love them? All right. Well, I'm going to hit you up then.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing, Helena.
All right. You're welcome. Have a great night, everybody. Love you.
So yeah, so Helena is just, she's always willing to hop on and talk about her experience and say like say the change that she's experienced through that. And like when I first met Helena, she was just riddled with anxiety and panic, and was not in a great space, really struggling. And now she's just this big, beautiful source of light. Like she's just beaming. I did okay. I stayed on until 10. So that's how late the live marathon went. I'm still $1,200 shy. I tried to go. This is how I had a sad day. I to be completely honest, because we talked about being transparent in the collective. My son started off the day by calling and telling me how I've made all my decisions were bad decisions. I should have stayed working at my job. I should have stayed living with my girlfriend in Alberta. I should have done all these things, right? And I don't prescribe to shoulds. And it's definitely been an experience. And I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So, even though it's been challenging, I keep trying to take what I've learned from the experience and use it to grow and stuff like that. So I cried this morning. I cried this morning pretty good. Hi, Carla. How are you, love? How are you? Nice to see you, sweetie. So I started off my day in not the best space. I actually cried quite a bit this morning. And those like where you just can't, it's just like, and it's not anything more than just tears, just streaming. So I called my squad, and, we did a supportive, call. And then I decided I was going to go to the pawn shop and I was going to sell some of the stuff that I had. Oh, love. That's sad. Those people have no idea what they're talking about. And I don't think they should make fun of you. That's rude. Absolutely rude. So I had my engagement ring and wedding band, and this set is worth over it's about $3,600 is what it was purchased for. And it's a Canadian polar bear diamond. So no conflict, no blood diamonds here. engraved with a little polar bear in, in lasered inside of the diamond and everything. And, I took it to a pawn shop and they said that for the $3,600 set, they'd give me $400. Love and light to you, dear. Thank you so much. So yep, that's where I'm at. And so technically if I sold like four to five of my energy healing sessions, I'd have enough and I'd be fine. I just need to sell 5 of them, which isn't terrible, but yeah. So I was really upset about that. And I have a digital SLR camera and I'm like, well, I'll sell that too. And I'll see with the lenses, and I have, like these telescopic lenses and stuff like that. And it's, it's got like three different lenses and lens caps and filters and all kinds of stuff, and beautiful camera. So I tried selling that as well. They wouldn't even buy it. Like I couldn't even sell it. And I'm just like, I'm like, why is it like this? Like, why is it so like challenging? It's just weird. So anyway, we're just going to keep believing and trusting in the divine, and believing that everything's going to work itself out. Everything's going to work itself out. And that's just where I'm at. I believe that whatever this experience is that I'm going through, there's a reason for it. My higher self must have thought this was a good idea, and I needed to do some soul growth in this space. So, this little human me might think my higher self was a little bit, off her rocker when she said I needed to experience these things. But I'm sure at the end of it, I'll look back and go, okay, that makes sense. That's why I had to do it. That's why I had to experience these things. There was all a big reason why. Yeah. And it's maybe something that I need to reflect on too, right? I do a ton of work for free, a lot of stuff for free. Right. I have a divine feminine group where I do 5 healing sessions a month with, we follow the cycles of the moon, and we celebrate different things like the summer solstice, or we do other things like cord cutting ceremonies or learn about runes. And I put on all these events, but where's the transfer? Like, where's that transaction back? I do energy healing on TikTok. I do, tarot cards and stuff like that to provide clarity. I do a divine masculine group where we meet 5 times a month, and I do healing, and it's like a therapy session with me. I'm doing all of this stuff. And, at some point you have to say, well, what's generating that transaction back? Right. And, I was going along in that space of, with, the people that are, and that was the whole intention, was that people would donate what they could afford. I wanted to make it, donate what you can, and people just don't donate. And there's a few that do. I'm not going to say that nobody does, because that wouldn't be true. It's just, for the most part, they just don't. They just come and take for free and take for free and take for free. And you're just like, okay. So, yeah. So I have to do those shifts. Hi, Bronny. Hey, how are you? You dropped out yesterday. You didn't stick around. I called your name. Yeah, still short, $1,200, but my rent's $1,875. So that means I've made some. That's okay. I understand. So yeah, it's okay. There's a learning experience, right? It's a learning experience. I just need to figure out, where I'm missing the mark when it comes to marketing or sales or whatever it is, whatever that key component is that I'm missing out on, where I'm not hitting the mark. I get great interactions with people. The people that work with me love the work that I do. As Helena came on and talked about, I get great results, like amazing results. And yeah, so it's just a matter of figuring out how to capture those amazing results and show that, so that people are like, I want those results and I want to work with that girl, because you should want to work with me. It's amazing. And it's as hard as you make it, Ricky. Ricky, like honestly, the months and months and months and months and months, you are the one that is in control. You can do something different, right? And the thing you need to start with is breathing and your thoughts, like those two things, right? Oh, thanks, Bronny. Thanks. So yeah, so we're working on it. So I don't know where the energy went, because the early parts of this week we were hitting a good 60 consistently in the live, and then I don't know, ever since maybe the middle of the week doing the evenings, maybe that's not a good go. Maybe we have to go back to days. But I wanted to try it a little bit different, see how nights were and how they were going. But we decided to do a shift for June, but maybe we need to go back to just straight morning show. But we'll see. We'll see how the rest of June goes. It could be just a change in time for people that they're kind of like, or maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays are just not really busy days. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, and I'm going to consult with my mods too. I mean, I can always definitely, we just have to make sure that, I mean, I could get evening mods if my mods don't want to do evenings. That's an option as well, for those of us that want to do that. So we can do a couple of things here. We can continue to talk about whatever we need to, whatever we want to. We can talk about things, or we can. I don't know what's going on with this screen over here. I think I was playing with things, or not sure. Yeah, okay. I think that's all it was. I was just bumping stuff. So, yeah. It's kind of funny, and my mods and I, we talk about it all the time, and we're like, you're on here and you're providing value, and yet somebody, on there sleeping or playing video games while people watch them play video games, or I'm not going to talk, and like you gotta give me so much to get me to talk, and like all these like really, I have to say, lame things. Girls that are just on there just bouncing their boobs and stuff like that, and people are like, gifts, give them gifts, and it's like, what the heck? But you give value, and right. Oh, nice. I like that, Mr. Riley. Are you going to join me on Saturday in the men's group? Are you going to join me for some healing, for some discussions, talk about stuff? Hi, Dawn. How are you, love? You are so supportive. I love you. And hi, Rabbit Run. I'm trying to remember Rabbit Run. What is your name? Rabbit Run. Give me a second. Rabbit Run. Well, whatever you're struggling with, whatever anyone's struggling with, that's all we're going to do. We're just going to be supportive, and yeah, we're going to be supportive and helping each other. I'm going to help you guys out with whatever you're struggling with. Men's health, men's mental health, trauma, all of that stuff. Is it Lorna? Rabbit Run? Or it starts with an L. Thanks. Definitely, Carol. I'm going to look right now. Right now. I'm not seeing it yet, but that doesn't mean it didn't come in. I'm going to check just to make sure that it didn't go in spam or the junk folder. Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet. Laura's the girl that's acting weird. Okay. There you go. You can definitely be my student. Laura's the girl that was acting weird. What's your name? Rabbit? Ollie. Yes. Thank you. That's awesome. Ollie, I scrolled back up and saw it. Sorry. I was like, I was hoping so much that it would just come in, because I really try hard to remember people's names when they come into my feed repeatedly. Like, I just want to, I love being able to call out and be like, hey, Ollie, or whatever the name is, right? Nana, did you end up having to go off? I know she was saying she might go to bed. So I don't know if she did. And if she did, that's fine. Oh, I love you. I love you. And I appreciate you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Apparently we need to release some fears, but stay persistent. Things are going to change, right? All right. Do you want to do some cards, or do we want to do healing? And, last night I had Witchy Kind of Woman on for a little bit, and Witchy Kind of Woman, she did some light language with us. So it was really awesome. I did some light language codes as well. I actually did it today. I did it with a lady, like with my one client that I was doing it with. I actually did the first time light language with somebody. That was, and it's interesting stepping out of the box. And I attended this session with a bunch of other, cool. That's so cool. Yeah. It was a little late last night for sure. I ended up going for 10 hours straight yesterday in my live. 10 hours straight, and I ended up making, I think it was $80 some from TikTok gifts. So, and it's funny because, like I was saying earlier, you get those girls that are just like boop, 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 just bouncing their boobs, or, pretending that they're all like sexy and stuff. And guys are like, money, 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 or people like sleeping, and people are like gifting them like crazy, or, just other weird things that people do. And for some reason, their channels just explode with people giving like tons and tons of gifts. It's so weird. So weird. But yeah, I can pull cards for people. Let's do some cards, because it seems like we got some clarity that we're looking for. Okay. And I can check in on those things. We'll see what the cards say for you. And we'll go from there. And if the groups aren't going to be active, which I'm not seeing anyone in on the groups, then I might just shut down the Facebook and YouTube stream, and it'll just be us. And just a good old TikTok live. Just a good, yay. Carol, that's very sweet of you. That is very sweet of you. I would love to do healing for you. I would love to do an energetic healing session on you in exchange for that. And then it's a trade of services, or a trade-off. That would work. Let me know what you think about that. Okay. Should we do a general? Should we do a general reading, or should we just hop right into doing cards for everybody? Yay! Yay! That's so worth it. You'd be late all the time if you need to. You'd be late all the time. I got your email, Carol. I see you're there. I thought maybe you were there for, and I was saying I would love to, I would love to do a trade-off. I would love to just, do a quantum healing session, quantum regression or integration session with you, and work through whatever you need to work through. I'll do that with you for sure. Nice. Is it hot in West Virginia? Okay, you think on that. Cass is good. He's outside hanging out on the deck. It's so funny. Because I work at home, so I'm home most of the time. And today I went down to the, yeah, I saw your message over there, Ricky. Like, you just messaged me over there saying that you were hopping off and going to bed. Not really. I used to do yes, no's. I used to do yes, no's with the pendulum, but again, there can be, it can be interfered with depending on your energy. If you want something really, 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 really bad, and you're like in your mind, you're like, yes, 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 yes. It's got to be yes. It's got to be yes. It's got to be yes. You can influence the energy of the pendulum. So you can get like false results, right? So I don't like doing that. And besides, if you give yourself a little bit, your body's going to tell you if you're pregnant, unless you're looking for, am I going to get pregnant in the future? But if you're looking, are you pregnant now? Give yourself a few weeks and you're going to know. You're going to know. Pregnancy tests can detect pretty soon nowadays. They have some that can detect before you even miss your period. So it's, to me, that's just go take a test rather than do to do it that way. Just give me a second. I have to turn the light on because it's starting to get a bit dusky. So we're going to turn the light on so we have some light. And I have to get it on the solid one so it's not flashing because I think that might show up in my glasses as might it be like a party. It'd be a party for sure. Right. Okay. So we got to share. We've got to like. If you are capable of gifting, I appreciate that for sure. I wish you could remember. It would show you who you sent it to. I could, depends. I can sometimes just channel that. I don't even need to do a reading. What kind of reading were you looking for on? And you can always sign up for a full reading for me. They're $45 Canadian. So if you're in the States, I think that's like 38. And I think in the UK, that's like 30. So they're really reasonably priced for sure. So, so you can definitely, look into that and I can do a reading for you for a variety of things, right? I do a wide variety of a wide variety of readings. Okay. I was really hoping that Derek would be on tonight. He's in the Pacific Coast. I was going to get Derek to hop on and maybe he could do some singing or play some tunes. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I, because I do, like I said, I do so much for free. Like, honestly, I'll pull, and even now I give 3 cards, which are basically a mini reading. I do like these little mini readings on here, 5 days a week. Or I do healing, like I do quantum healing on here, or, and other things. So yeah, I don't do specific readings beyond just mini readings. Aw. How are you? Who are you? I think is it Valerie? Is it Valerie, love? I'm trying to think. Tiny Diney. Hi, Bubbles. Hi, Bubbles. So my ex was, nickname was Bubbles for a while. Habits and routines are good, right? Aw. Hi, how are you? My ex, my ex passed away, but hi, Gigi. Hi, Gina. How are you, love? I feel like you've been here before and it's been a while, though. I feel like it's been a little bit, Gina. Hello, Kita. How are you doing? How are you managing? Sorry, I couldn't take your call when you called. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen Gigi before, or Gina. Hi, Julie. Welcome back. Okay. Do we want to do cards? Want to get some cards going? Want to get some cards going? Get some clarity. Rough today. Well, I'm sending you love and big hug. Big hug. Okay. Lots of love to you. Definitely. I try to remember. I'm like, Romper Room, where she looks through the mirror and she's like, I see this person and that person. And, I try to do that. Like when Rabbit Run came in, I was like, Rabbit's name, what's Rabbit's name? What's Rabbit's name? And now I know it's Ollie. So I'm going to try to remember that Rabbit is Ollie. So then the next time that she comes in, or that they come in, I'm going to be like, Ollie. Hi, Ollie. Right? It'll be lots of fun. Hello, Dawn. How are you? Aw, why a rough day, Bubbles? Definitely. See, Sarah asked right away. Sarah said, "Can you pull me a card?" Girl knows how to work it. She's like, "Just give me a card. Give me a card. I like it." All right. Let's get some love going, some energy exchange. Carol, thank you so much. I appreciate you. The tiny Diney and all the roses. You're brilliant, beautiful. Nice, nice. Get the kiddos to bed. That used to be, it was such a nice moment when you're a parent, right? And you're like, yes, me time. Some me time. Yes. Hi, Danielle. We'll see what comes up. So just to tell you the way that it goes here, I do a crap ton. I was just talking about this. I do a crap ton for free. So when I'm doing my card pulls, I just pull cards and I give you basically whatever the cards come up is what you get. Oh, ouchie. What is going on with my computer? I feel like that is so weird. All right. All right, I got to clear my list off, guys. Just hang on. Yeah, I just pull the cards and see what they want. If you want a relationship reading, then I allow people to, then you can actually book a reading with me and I'll do a relationship reading. But I just give you what cards come up. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. Lately it's been just 3 cards, so we're doing like mini readings. People got laid off today. Oh, that's you feel like, maybe feel like bonita. Feel like a bonita. That's unfortunate. Working with a toxic boss is not cool. I've had some for sure. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's one of those, it's like almost crappy, like, hey, yay, I got my job with them, right? Which is not cool. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to make sure. We got Sarah and Julie. Julie and Danielle. And Dina. There. So we're getting Sarah's cards first. Definitely bubbles. What's your name, love? I'm going to try to remember your name. Stephanie. Okay. I mean, I'm okay with calling you Bubbles too. Sarah, you are first, love. You came right in and said, "Can I get a card?" And it was like, boom, yes. And then Julie will be after Sarah. Ooh, see, Carol's working it for me. Carol's working it for me. She's like, just do 1 card and let subscribers get 1 free card alive and then charge $7.77 for the 3 cards. And we'll start monetizing this. $7.77. We'll start doing that. You have to do PayPal transaction. or right? Okay. So Sarah, we're going to get 2 cards anyway. So we've got House 4 and Scorpio. But I like what you're saying there. I like what you're saying, Carol. Very good. Hi, Jess from Montreal. How are you doing? How are you doing? So Scorpio is about intensity, is about exposing, purging, and renewing. And all this is happening within your home environment. So inside the home is like house 4 is all about your cultural and family roots. So is there some stuff coming up that's like from childhood, like you're dealing with some childhood stuff that's coming up right now that, you're going to be purging or healing through, right? I love it. I love it. But it's okay, because whatever you're going through, you're eventually going to navigate through to this. Like it's important that you go through this purging. It could be that, some of the people, we think that we have to keep our family as our, like we have to have relationships with our family because they're family, but you don't have to keep anybody in your life that's toxic or that's unhealthy for you. So if you have people like family in your life that is bringing you down and making you feel bad, and they're not willing to go through that healing journey, if you can't take them out of your life, at least move them to the outer circles of your life. So interact with them less and less, until you get to a spot where it's like as healthy as it can be for you, because not everybody deserves to sit at your table, right? And there's a saying in one of these cards where it says that you can give somebody love, but that doesn't mean that that they deserve to come in your house. Definitely sharing is very much caring. You guys are awesome. I like that. So maybe that's what we'll start doing. We'll start saying that, you can get a mini reading for $7.77, which I like. Hi, Leslie. How are you today? How are you? I didn't watch the video that you sent me yet. I had a busy day. I actually had a virtual tea party with a bunch of other healers and powerful women, entrepreneurs. And that was really, really awesome experience. Yeah, there we go. And my PayPal link is in the thing, or you could e-transfer me and I would know when it comes in. So if you guys want a mini reading, how about we do that? You get one free card, or if you want a mini reading, it's $7.77, and subscribers get a free card. Yeah, it was Thomas, something from Thomas. You're really hooked on Thomas right now. I go in and watch him for a little bit, and it's not that, I don't know, there's just sometimes it seems like whenever I interact with Thomas, he's talking about how he's powerful or he's this or he's that. And I'm just like, we don't need to advertise that. Right. And that's, yeah, I definitely put yourself first, right? Pour that love into yourself, which is amazing. Right. Love you, Stephanie. Yeah. Okay. So let's do that. How many coins is $7.77? I feel like it'd be 1,500 for some reason. Does that seem real? Does that seem valid? It might be more than that. TikTok coins. But I will tell you, no, he's not talking. He's not talking like that to me. He was like, sometimes people will come in the room and he's just like, so a guy will come in the room and they'll say like especially like trolls, right? Like let's say a troll comes in the room. We'll use that as an example because I've experienced that one time. So a troll will come in and say something, and he'll be like, oh, I'll bring you on screen and we can talk right now. Or maybe, maybe I'll just, start sending like energetic stuff at you, and I'll start like, and all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, what was that? Or what was that? Right. Like as if he's going to like energetically attack somebody. Right. Because they're being negative in the chat. Right. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I know. There's something I'm learning from him for sure. I'm just saying, like in the few times that I've managed to interact with him, I've seen just some arrogance, and I'm like, that's all. Kathy loves Tim's coffee. I'm addicted to their, or not addicted to, but I really like, yeah. I just have to, but I do stick around and still watch him for a while. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, so when you buy coins, buy them from the TikTok site, like on the internet, like go to TikTok on the thing and recharge your coins through there, as opposed to buying them through the app, because you get like 30% more coins when you buy them directly from the Facebook or from the So the current value of one TikTok coin Is 1.3 cents. Yeah. Thanks, Missy. Thanks, Missy. Yeah, so just remember that if you're buying coins, make sure you buy them through their website. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what that is, because I'm not sure, because I'm on this side, so it's a little bit different. What the pricing of gifts and stuff are. No, I don't. No, I don't. And that's where it gets a bit confusing, right? And so I'm not sure how it works. Like there's a whole, like, you guys pay a price, TikTok takes a bunch, then I get what you give gift wise, and then PayPal takes a bit, and then when I transfer it out into cash, they take they take a small amount from it again. It's kind of crazy. Hi Sam, how are you, love? Yeah, it's a very, I'm glad that he's really, really beneficial to you. Yeah, I'll look Michelle. I'll look Michelle. Yeah, I'll look it up. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Trying to sell some of my services, whether that's readings or quantum regression and integration therapy, to help you heal or navigate through any blockages, pain, disease, addiction, all of those things we can alleviate through this quantum healing technique that I do. Yeah. The best way is through PayPal. Is honestly through PayPal or like e-transfer, because then I get it all. That's honestly the easiest way. This is a sad thing. It's $1,200. $1,200. Like, so I need to sell five sessions. 5 sessions and I'd be good. Which, it is what it is. I was going to check and see if, yeah. Or if I sold, like one session and one trauma package, like one of my sacred journeys. Nice. And that's that with Serafina. Hi, Azalea. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the card thing. So Julie, and who's the quantum class with? Leslie. Hi, Cartelli. No. Hi, LZ. How are you, love? Nice. Well, I won't be able to do that this time. Sorry, I had to. I was in the middle of doing a post before I started. And I needed to finish doing that so that I can go and get some music on. We're gonna put a little bit of music up while we're doing the live. Okay, there. So we're not sitting here in complete silence because it feels a little weird. Yeah, I would like to, but just unless God thinks that's a good idea, the universe will provide. If that's the right move for me at this time, then things will work out. I'm trusting the process. Hi Ashley, how are you, love? Okay, so Julie's card. Julie gets a card. Julie gets a free card because Julie's a subscriber. I'm glad that you're well. Thank you so much for last night. You were amazing. I'm really warm right now for some reason, which is weird because my door's open. Oh, you're not a subscriber right now. That's so. Pisces. There you go. Perfect. So Pisces. So Pisces is about intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Oh, what are you sorry for, Moriarty? I love you. Roses. So Pisces. Okay. And you know what? It's funny because, if somebody was, I would much rather do a transfer of my services for money. I had my one friend a long time ago. He was like, this was like last year sometime. And I had this emergency situation come up with my dog. And he was like, I'll help you out. I'll give you whatever money you need. And I'm like, why don't you just purchase some of my purchase services from me and we'll just do a transaction. Like, it was just like, no. You don't need to give me money. I'll work for it. Right. So, that's kind of funny. Okay. So and I know for you, you need to be really compassionate with yourself with, he's been doing that, for, oh my goodness, for Julie. So this is a real message for you to be compassionate with yourself, right? And I know right now is a time when you really do need to be compassionate with yourself. Sometimes we, when we're going through experiencing all these different things, and I know from conversations that we've had that you're experiencing a lot, whether that's with your health, whether that's with dealing with how you're feeling towards yourself, struggles within within relationship dynamics, family, stuff like that, like all of that stuff. But the biggest thing that you can do is be compassionate towards yourself. And there is an element of within the Pisces energy of intimacy. But intimacy, a lot of us get confused and think that intimacy means that we're being sexual, or that we're doing that kind of stuff with people. I just want to squish his little heart butt. Thank you, Kai. But intimacy is about being vulnerable and open, right? So the person that can see like your soul, and that's intimacy, right? When they really see you and you can have those conversations where you're being fully opened, and talking about yourself, right? Those are the moments. That's intimacy, right? That someone can hold space for who you are, right? So that's the important thing. I know we're going up in views. Go. It's because I turned the lights on. It's because Moriarty came in the room. Right. Who knows? Hi, Corey and Natalie. I was like Natalie. Hi, Corey and Natalie. So yeah. Okay. So we're doing single cards. We if you want a mini reading, you can go to my link and you can send me 777 through. That's the next tattoo I'm going to get. That's the next tattoo I'm getting, Brian. Breathe. That's Sanskrit for breathe. And I think I want to get it down the back of my neck here. But my friend, she got it on her hand, and she's like, we're going to get same tattoos, but I don't know if I'll put it on my hand. I think I'm still going to stick with it on the back of my neck, or somewhere else. But that's the next tattoo that I want to get. And next means I have others. And you can definitely get a card, Kai. But if you want a mini reading, 777. I do have more tattoos. So I have two tattoos, and one is called, it's like the kiss of death. It's really weird. I had almost like this rebellious moment. Like a lot of tattoos end up being like rebellious moments. 3 tattoos. Now I'm curious. And so the one tattoo, it was like, it's a set of lips, but it has a skull and crossbones. You know how you have the little lines in the lips? This one here is, it has the skull and crossbones. So that was like a punk tattoo, because I was being rebellious. And then the other tattoo has more meaning behind it. When I was 27, I ended up having to have a hysterectomy. So I couldn't have any more babies. So I made a little tattoo with my initials and stuff like that. And I just wrote down that, like, and there was the 2. So I did this little thing, like it was my initials with 2 forever. It was just that I would only ever have 2 children after I had my hysterectomy. So that one's a little more of a, I don't know. I just felt like I wanted, I don't know, to memorialize. I don't know. I just felt like doing that. And so I did. Okay. Danielle, are you still here, love? Because if you're still here, I will read you your card. Okay. So are you in a relationship right now? Or are you looking for a relationship right now? Because there is a big difference there. And it can lead to what this card is, what this is talking about. You're in one. I feel like the relationship's not great, right? Like I feel like there's some not really great spaces within that relationship, like whether it's unhealthy or toxic, or you're not sure about it, whether you want to stay in it or not. And like maybe there's some, underlying trauma, and, like that's often what we end up having is that, you have 2 people that have trauma and they come together and they just irritate the crap out of each other. They keep poking on the spots that we need to heal. So the hurt comes out. And because we didn't learn how to soothe ourselves or, other stuff like that. Okay. So that's definitely difficult, because there's the message of destined to release and let go. Now that doesn't mean necessarily let going of him, but maybe it's letting go of the need to control, or letting go of the emotions around that, right? Like getting into that, like, breath work, right? When we breathe and we soothe ourselves, focus on the present moment. Most times when we're dealing with stuff that's really difficult, it's because we're worried about what's coming at us, and we're thinking in the negative, that the negative is going to happen, so that makes us scared. Or we're thinking about the past stuff that's happened and how crappy that was, and it repeating itself. So we're holding the memory of the past alive, making ourselves feel bad. Or we're worried about the future, thinking about that's going to be bad. So we sit in spaces that are really negative. But when we're in the present moment, like in this present moment, we're all just sitting here hanging out, having a good old time. So it can be cool. Talking about all the tattoos that everybody has. But I mean, I think that, if you do work on that stress, like the stress, right? And you will be able to get to a spot of peace, right? Peace it does have the potential to come to you, but you have to release that stress, right? Release that stress by just being in the moment as much as possible, and not allowing, I don't know who Adar is, but yeah, it would be cool if one of the people that I actually follow came on and said, "Hey, you want to do a live together?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it." But I always get to, these weird people. I don't know. I can't say they're necessarily weird. They might be very nice people. I'm going to decline that one. Hi, Three Lasses Candle Co. I like it. Hi, Jojo. Hi, Bumblebee. Just going to say hi to everybody that pops in. Hello, 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 hello. Come and stick around. Hang out with us. It was interesting, Melinda. when I was in that virtual tea party with all those other women, you can definitely get a card, Carol. And you can definitely get a card. So after Danielle is Gina, Gigi. Okay. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Taurus. So Taurus is sensual. They love comfort. They love luxury. They are about material worth and about resources, mostly mine. And to get the Taurus card, I just want you to know, like, whatever it is within your resource sector or within your I was thinking self-worth. Self-worth was the word that I was looking for in the self-worth area. That just to have trust that whatever you're experiencing within that area that's, causing a little bit of distress at this time, just have trust and be patient. It is going to work out. It is coming through, and it's going to be okay. Right? It's definitely going to be okay, whatever you're struggling with in that area. Just believe in yourself and have trust and faith in the outcome, right? And that's what most of us have to do, is just have trust and faith in the outcome and be patient. Be patient as we're waiting for it to come to us, right? Because that's where we lack, is a lot of the patience, right? Right? So make sure that you're not sitting in a space of fear, right? Don't sit in that space of fear. Faith and fear occupy the same space, in that it's the belief in something that we can't see. It's just that fear is the fear that what's coming to us is negative, whereas faith is the belief that what's coming to us is positive. So just try to remember that faith and fear occupy the same space. It takes the same energy. It's just that having faith is going to be much more positive for your mindset, for your body, like your nervous system, your overall health and wellness. And if what you think about or how you're feeling, like if you're worrying, if you bring more, if how you're thinking brings more of that to you, then if you're worrying or you're fearful, you're going to bring more worry and fear to you. If you're positive and faithful, you're going to bring more positivity and more things to feel secure about. Okay? So just have faith and know that it's coming. Just be patient. It's not that much further out there. Okay? I feel really good about that. So after Gigi is Stephanie. Are you still there, Stephanie? Because we did lose a couple of people here. We're down to 11. Oh, you're so welcome. So welcome, Gina. Where is it that you're feeling stuck? Where is it that you're feeling stuck, Gina? Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie's next, and then Kai, and then Carol. I have faith abundance is coming. You have a beautiful, beautiful evening, Julie. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Tomorrow is 9 a.m. We're back to morning, okay? So I will see you at 9 a.m. or somewhere in and around there. Oh, your card is being stubborn. Do you have a gratitude practice, Gigi or Gina? Do you have a gratitude practice? Because having a gratitude practice can train our brain to look for the good that's in our life. And as we start to look for good in our life, we start seeing more things that are good, right? So, and wake up in the morning and, and if you do that before bed, then your brain all night will be in the positive realm, right? So whatever we're doing right before bed, especially the last 5 minutes, is what our subconscious is going to be working on all night long. So if we go to bed with negative mindset right before bed, like, oh, I can't believe I got to work tomorrow, and this negative thing and that negative thing. When we're sleeping, our subconscious is negative, 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 negative. Let's just hang out in the negative area. And so then we wake up in the morning, and when we first get up, we're like, yay, right? We just immediately go into negative space. I have all these people like Hakan. I had 3 people inviting me to go on their live. I don't know any of them. So if you can spend the last 5 minutes before bed in the positive, then your subconscious will be on the positive track all night long. And then you'll wake up in the morning just feeling more positive just to begin with. And then when you get up in the morning, say, I'm open to receiving blessings and miracles, and just look for what you can see. And then as you're going through your day, you're looking for those things that you can be grateful for, so you can write about it before bed, and you just keep this little trend going, right? And you'll start to notice more things in your life to be grateful for. More things in your life are going to show up, and you're going to see more blessings. So it's just a beautiful way to do it. Okay, Stephanie, we got you North Node. So it is for sure. And I try to stay in the positive as much as possible, but that doesn't mean that I'm always in the positive, right? I cried this morning. I cried yesterday. I cried the night before. So it started 2 nights ago. I cried before bed. When I went to bed, I cried. And then I woke up in the middle of the night feeling anxious. And then I got up in the morning feeling sad. And I cried the next day. So it's true. I went to bed sad and I woke up sad. Right? So big hugs. Big hugs. So Stephanie, you got the North Node. So the North Node is what we're working towards, what we're heading in, the direction that we're heading in. And it's all about you're destined to have it. So whatever you're thinking about, whatever your inquiry is, or whatever you're looking for clarity on, you're destined to have it. Okay. So, which is kind of interesting that you were talking about your job. I forgot that's what you were talking about. You're looking at your job. Let me think for a second here. What fires you up? If you could do anything for work, if you could do anything, what would you do for a job? Hi, Selena. How are you, love? Good night. Good night, love. Thank you, Kai. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'll take them all. I'll take them all. Hello, hello. Aw, thank you, Selena. Nice. Nice. So, every time. All right. You know what? Nobody's on Facebook or YouTube or any of that. So I'm just going to end the broadcast over here.